We love Victor. Victor, I call him. You know, I put the little accent on it. You are fantastic, all right? We have over $17 trillion being invested in the United States. Everybody's going to join the Abraham Accord. I like to say the Avraham. I love Avraham.
We have an insane Trump speech to jump into, full of lies and misinformation, and given in front of world leaders in Egypt. So if you can, strap in, it's sure to get spicy. Leave us a like on the video. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and let's get right to the breakdown with some fact checks ready.
So many investors are here. We have over $17 trillion being invested in the United States, which is a record that nobody has ever beaten. I don't think anybody will. And we still have 4 months to go before it's a year. So in 8 months, we have over 17 trillion. We're actually very close to $18 trillion. There's never been, as an example, the previous administration had less than $1 trillion over 4 years.
So for clarity, our annual GDP is like $29 trillion. He's talking about doing over 60% of our GDP in investments in just 8 months. It's just so absurdly untrue on its face. I can't actually believe he said it. Like, of all the bold-faced lies he tells, this one should truly show what he thinks of Republican voters, because it's just astronomically stupid. Like, it would take you lacking all critical thinking abilities or all knowledge of the US economy to believe this, and he genuinely thinks his MAGA base will. The saddest part is, he might be right. Now, if you need actual proof this is untrue, the White House's own list only says they have 8.8 trillion. So that's less than half of what Trump is claiming outright. The disparity calls into question if it's accurate at all. And even if you just look at that list, they're not investments or even eventual investments or even Biden investments that he's trying to take credit for. It's just a sham list thrown together to again fool his ignorant voting base.
We have Hungary. Oh, Victor, where is Victor? Victor. We love Victor. Victor, I call him. You know, I put the little accent on it. You are fantastic, all right? I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I'm the only one that matters. You are fantastic. He's a great leader. I endorsed him the last election he had, and he won by 28 points. So, you're going to do even better this time.
This is such a self-centered freak show. It's like hard to watch. Like, it's actually cringe. Making world leaders stand around and like pretend they're chuckling and think it's funny as he praises authoritarians around the world and pretends like his endorsement alone decides all election and not like the will of the voters or anything. This is Trump saying anti-democratic actions are his anti-democratic actions are the reason that anti-democratic leaders around the world are winning. And he's proudly boasting about it in front of democratic world leaders. But I do get why I guess the guy who took the largest effort in American history to rig a presidential election would favor the guy who won the rigged election in Hungary. It's just sickening to watch this type of behavior and rhetoric be normalized. And boy, is it tough watching that lady in the back's face. I mean, throughout all of this, she had some insane facial expressions. I'm sure a lot of you have seen them if you've been on X or social media, but she's truly trying to grimace through the cringe here. It just looks like none of them want to be on that stage.
Everybody's going to join the Abraham Accord. I like to say the Avraham. I love Avraham, but somehow it doesn't sound as good when I say it as it does when some of my other friends say it who are from the region.
Okay, let's try to ignore the cringe racism he invoked when he did that. And instead, I want to point out how pertinent something like the Abraham Accords is to reevaluate when we come to a deal like we have now. Like, remember when Trump signed the Abraham Accords? MAGA, just like now, also rushed to pretend that he had solved the problem in the Middle East, that he had found peace, that there would be no more conflict. They were calling for him to win a Nobel Peace Prize. Like, you can find all of this. They went on the same press run they're going on now, only for it to pan out to be a shallow agreement that was never upheld and stood to worsen tensions between Israel and Palestine, with the region spilling over into this genocide just years later. Now, not only is it time for MAGA to admit that the Abraham Accords was a massive failure and they were wrong in everything they ever said about it, but to also remember that lesson now when MAGA is again jumping to try and give Trump credit for this and get a Nobel Peace Prize and call it a done deal, where it's never really that simple. And the truth is, they don't really care about the conflict. They don't care about the conflict getting solved. They probably couldn't tell you anything about the conflict. They just want Trump to have some sort of an achievement for solving it.